Now, more than ever, being as healthy as you can is a moral obligation for everybody.
You gotta be so good that they can't ignore you, especially the ones that ain't done shit for you. Yeah, you know exactly what I mean. They stab you in the back and then they ask why you're bleeding. I don't trust words, I trust actions. I don't care what you heard, I'm not slacking.
My name is Alan Roberts. This is Everyday Update Fitness. Thank you for tuning in. Please do share this video as well as all my other videos, no matter what video platform you find us on. I appreciate it very much. After you're done with that, head over to damcollective.com. That's where you can find all of our freestanding programs and Damn Collective Coaching, which is where my wife, myself, and our team are in daily contact with people, helping them get better relationships with food. Today, I wanted to talk about why everybody has a moral obligation to try to be as healthy as possible. We have a moral obligation, a societal obligation to each other to try to be as healthy as possible. Now, in my mind, we have always had this, as we are a society and we depend upon each other. And if society gets sick, if a huge portion of society gets sick, the rest of society has to help support them, has to try to help take care of them. This has always been true, but in 2020, it has never been more true. Recently, Dr. Anthony Fauci went on an interview with Matthew McConaughey. 2020 is a very strange year. But in this interview, Dr. Fauci clearly stated that we could not just open the country up due to the high levels of obesity and the disorders that come along with it. If you add to that last week on CNN Health, we were reminded that vaccines are not nearly as efficient for obese people as they are for other people. And this is how it's always been for every vaccine. It has just never been spoken about. But since we are talking about a vaccine for a novel virus, this is being brought to light. So a few things before we move on any further. First of all, I'm going to try to keep the swearing down in this video. So if any of you see bleeding from my ears or nose or something like that, just ignore it. It's just me trying to hold back the swear words. And I'm doing that for the very sensitive people out there that in the year 2020, swear words really they hurt them so bad that they can't possibly listen to videos. This one's for you, because I think that you folks are probably the people that need to hear this the most. And another quick note, for any government health official that's been in their position for decades, that obesity and the obesity rates in America obviously affect their specialty, such as infectious disease, to have never really meaningfully addressed the obesity epidemic before now is kind of crazy to me. We have known for a long time, that a person's obesity, the level of a person's obesity negatively impacts the effectiveness of vaccines. We've also known that when people are obese, they have much poorer outcomes for infectious disease. So for this man to have never meaningfully tried to address the obesity rate before, or the obesity epidemic before, just kind of seems like he's, putting out a scapegoat to me that, well, we couldn't possibly open because of obese people. And that's very dangerous because it paints obese people as the enemy to the rest of the country. And that's what I find very, very scary. People that are morbidly obese almost always have some sort of disordered relationship with food. We, public health officials, if they won't do it, we as people should encourage people to get help for their disordered eating and to try to get as healthy as possible. If this is in any way true, which it is, it clearly is, we are making policy decisions based off of, in part, the obesity rates in America that are affecting everybody, then everybody has a moral and societal obligation to everyone else to be as healthy as possible. Everybody. This is going to shock a few of you, but I have literally cut down my coffee intake to about a cup a day, where I was pulling in much, much more. But if I take a look at myself in the mirror and I have a conversation with myself, I personally know that that is not healthy. I'm also actively trying to downsize. I am going to try to lose some weight, even though I was in pretty good shape and my cardiovascular health is amazing. I'm working out in a 120-degree gym for over an hour and a half right now, pushing high volume training, which means I am taking very few rests in between, doing a lot of circuit work. I am trying my very best to push myself to get to be as healthy as humanly possible. I'm cutting out, I'm reducing dairy. I've cut out gluten because I have a gluten sensitivity. I am trying to do my part. You need to try to do yours. I'm going to try to do my part by encouraging and helping other people to get healthy, because here is the reality. No matter what you look at it, no matter how you view it, we now, in 2020, even though we've always had it before, if you don't want to admit it before, but right now, it is not deniable that our health affects each other. Our level of health, personally and collectively, affects everybody. Not only just shared healthcare costs, like it has always been, but now public policy is being made with obesity in mind. That means we clearly need to encourage each other. We don't need to shame people. We don't need to make people feel bad. We, the people, need to start taking care of each other. We, the people, need to start encouraging each other, start trying to help each other get to as healthy as possible. If the government health officials we've had in place for decades have failed, which 40+% obesity rates in America, they have failed. They have absolutely failed. Period. Bar none. Bar none. They have failed. If they are going to fail, we cannot, because we are the ones that get sick. We are the ones that policy is being written about based on the health and wellness of us all in general. So since we are now placing policy from government health officials that have obviously failed us, we need to show them that we can do this together. We, the people, need to take care of each other, encourage each other. If you have a friend that you know is sedentary, take them for a walk. If you have a friend that you know eats food and can't stop, that is addicted to food, that binge eats, encourage them to get some counseling. If we have people that have a disordered relationship with food, try to help them get help. Get them coaching, get them counseling, do what you need to do. But we, the people, need to start doing this because very clearly, nothing has been said for decades. Nothing meaningful has been said for decades at all. Nothing. If it was said, we would not have 40+% obesity rates, period. Nothing meaningful has happened. So we, the people, need to take care of each other. We can no longer pander ourselves. We can no longer say, I am perfectly fine at 400 pounds. No, you are not. You can be pretty. You can be whatever you want. You deserve happiness, all that stuff. You deserve all of it. But you cannot say you're healthy because you are clearly not. And your ill health is affecting society, period. There's no question about it anymore. We can't just fat shame people and think that that's going to work. That's ridiculous. We need to encourage each other. We need to be very clear and honest and say, what you are doing is unhealthy. I am worried about you. It is affecting society. What can we do to get you healthy? Those are questions that need to be asked. People need to take a look at themselves. People need to downsize. People need to reduce the amount of bad things they put in their body. This has always been a societal issue. It always has been. And this isn't just for obesity levels. This also goes to people that that drink too much. Get them some help. This also goes for people that abuse drugs or abuse their body. Get them some help. We need to encourage each other to be as healthy as possible because we are literally being told by government health officials who have failed us that policy is being written based off of our level of health as we, the people. What businesses are essential and being open and being closed. How many people we can congregate in. Things like kids going to school. These things are being decided by our societal health. And if we are being deemed as unfit by our health officials, by the people that are helping form these policies, even though it's kind of their job to make sure that we're healthy, we, the people, need to do this for each other. So, my 2 cents on the matter. Find a friend that you know is not healthy and kindly encourage them. Be truthful with them. Say you care about them. Say you care about society and have them start getting healthier today. We need to do this today. It's been going on for decades. We need to start sometime, and today is the day. My name's Alan Roberts. You can hit me up on Instagram at AlanRobertsCDF. You can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and everything else on Facebook, and everything else on the internet at damncollector.com. God damn.